So guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just write on the chat so I know that you can hear me. Be sharing screen now. Okay, can you all see my screen? I'll take that as a yes. So I'm going to guys giving you guys the approach of how I take my trades, like just more like a breakdown of how I take my trades. So what I do first, yeah, I mark out daily levels first and wait. After marking out those daily levels or hourly levels, I wait for reaction from them to see how they react off those zone. So currently, from year to year, we can see that market what has been selling. Market has been selling. I know most of you guys are not used to range. There's something called Fibonacci. This is like a 2 year to mark a range from one zone to another, like from an extension. This was clearly an extension year to year. This was a clear extension. Let's look at it from the daily time frame. So we see it. This was an extension from year to year. So now, what do we look out for? We look out for this is premium, this is your discount. Discount is where you buy at a cheaper price. Premium is where you sell at a what? At a high price. Basically, it's like a tool showing you what's the best time to buy and sell the market. So I marked out my Fibonacci. What am I looking for now? I'm still looking for sales. Although gold mitigated a buy level, yeah. But let's not be what? Let's not just jump into conclusion because what we are still seeing sales around, yeah. They still sell market around there. And if you notice what the market do, let's move out this. Let's move out of Fibonacci tools. Let's move it out from here so you can see the market clearly. You see that okay, this was a very key level around here. There was a key level here. The market is likely to reverse from. Now, I won't just jump on it here. I'll wait to see what the market did. This basically is a very sub, clear structural and liquidity type of entry here because there was a sweep of liquidity here and there was inducement here. So market was clearly reacting from this zone. Going to lower time frame, let's see what it did. Market did what? Market swept liquidity around here. Sorry if I sound down. I'm tired. I'm basically just trying to like talk it out now. So market took out liquidity from here, took out our liquidity from here, broke structure around here. This is a very simple approach to the market. I believe that most beginners here sef should know this. There was a break of structure here around here and our inducement here. But now because of what the market tapped on our daily time frame, I won't just jump into this sell because of it looks good. I waited to see what the market was really up to. If you have take this zone, this will be my perfect level to take this zone from. It's something I call it SR and RS flip. I won't go into that. Yeah, this is just basically a breakdown of how I approach the market, but I won't go into my strategy here. It's not for free. It's not free. It's not freebies. If you want to get it, just sign up for my one-on-one mentorship class. It's ongoing right now. You can just DM Tonji to get a slot, to secure a slot for yourself. So what the market did here, market tapped on this zone here and what sold off. But I won't take it here, yeah, because of the buys it just mitigated. Now, what did I do? See this rejection, many rejections from this zone. He rejected so much from this zone, signifying that okay, sellers are still in control currently. What am I doing here? The same strategy, RS flip. Sorry, SR flip because it's a sell market, obviously. I'm still not going to go into details. Now, I'm taking my level from here, slightly around here. Yeah, yeah. This was my TP1. TP2 was around here because I saw this zone as a very reliable zone for market to tap in inducement here, level here. But gold did not reach here. Gold just gave us a 1 to 3. Sorry, a 1 to 3. Gold just gave us a 1 to 3 before buying. So beautifully, you beautifully saw a 1 to 3. That is like times 3 of your initial capital that you're risking. A 1 to 3 is perfect for every beginner trader. I would advise you, if you're trying to aim for a higher RR, I feel that it does work for some kind of strategy, but most times the market will just give you 1 to 3 and reverse. That's just basically market. That's what it gives, 1 to 3 and reverses. Unless you're the type that the alchemist type that you get your stop loss is basically too tight. I still don't know how people do that, but I'm showing you guys how the approach I used to take catch this trade on Thursday. Now let me show you guys how I caught some kind of trades. I think it was still this week. I think it was on Tuesday or so on GJ. Based on what concept of manipulation. Let me delete this. I thought it passed before, so I guess that's why the chart is still like this. Yeah, I'm going to delete all this now. Let me not break. So see what the market basically did here. Market basically did this. We should know that okay, this market has been what in a buy trend for so long. But what did it do currently? It took out buy side liquidity, and now not let me tell you this: market once goes from liquidity to liquidity, liquidity to liquidity, liquidity to liquidity. Now, what I used to identify those liquidity, especially a major liquidity that has been swept, what I call them is buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. These are external liquidity in the market take out. And when market take out external liquidity, it takes it out. Then what, after taking it out, it goes to what? Hunt internal liquidity. Keep that in mind. When market takes out external liquidity, it goes from external to internal, external to internal. So when you see the market has taken out external liquidity, your mind should tell you that okay, this market is going to what? Going for to hunt that internal liquidity. I don't want to know where your internal liquidity is. Market is going for that internal liquidity. Before what you can start seeing some kind of change in direction or a continuation self. So continuing, continuing, market swept buy side liquidity. After sweeping buy side liquidity, we not just hopping because currently market is was still buying. It gave a reaction, and this reaction could just be only it. Do you understand me? What the market now do? Market what took out buy side liquidity, yeah, and what tapped on this major. This was a very clean what support level. The market people call it demand support level. The market tapped on and what was basically buying from. Now I didn't see any reasons to buy my market from here. I will wait. I waited. I waited patiently. One number first, you need to be very patient in this market to know what you're actually doing. You need to have a good edge. Study your edge, meaning like you can have there's randomness in one trade. I basically tell people this, there's randomness in one trade, but when you have a working strategy that has been back tested over time, you build a confidence around it, you build a strategy around it, yeah. And because you have seen it work over time, there's this confidence you have that is backing it up. So whenever you see it, you just okay, yeah, this is my stuff. I'm taking it. You feel me? Now let's go get back to teaching. What the market do now? Market basically what is still buying, but currently what it is, this was an external that the market tapped. This was the low that created this. So this was the low that created this high. And what the market do? Market took it out with this level here, with this candle here, took this out here. This was a what? A buy side liquidity to me. This was a buy side liquidity to me. Now, after market took out this buy side liquidity, what I started looking for sells. Yeah. But now I'm going to give you guys a secret hack. Concept of what? Manipulation. How does concept of manipulation work? Concept of manipulation, it works when big institutional traders what take out early sellers or early buyers first before giving you the main direction. So observe all this, to observe when manipulation has happened or when manipulation is about to happen, you wait. Now basically this was not a major zone for the market out because what was still was buying currently. So there was no reason to sell this market yet. But what market gave out a trap, a fake out. to trap early sellers around here. Now I keep teaching telling people this, you trade based on higher time frame levels and low, not don't really focus on lower time frame levels when your bias is not what correct. Now our direction is basically is still buys, yeah, because we've not what taken out any major zone or tapped on any major zone. So we're still what buying currently. But now sellers might look at this and be like, okay, this is a sweep of liquidity. Market took out engineer liquidity according to some people. And what people want to take their zones from here. Yeah, yeah. And what get taken out by this market. The reason why I'm explaining this perfectly to well because I've I'm victim to all this kind of traps. So like I've studied them to see okay to know when this happens. Yeah. So what the market took them out. After taking them out, he what? He swept our buy side liquidity. Now that is signifying that okay, this market now probably wants to what? Sell. He probably wants to sell right now. After taking out this clean buy side liquidity here, an obvious buy side liquidity, he probably wants to sell. Now, notice, after taking out buy side liquidity, what did he do? He flipped this buy zone here, breaking structure here, breaking structure. Yeah. Now, flipping this zone here, what did he tap? That same manipulation level now. There's something called concept of manipulation. Understand this. Every time the market takes out, manipulates early sellers or early buyers, manipulates a zone. If your bias is correct, if your direction is correct, the market will give you a retest back to that zone before continuing going that same direction. Now, what did market do? Market tapped on this zone. After tapping on it, I waited. I won't just hop into the trade because he just tapped on it. It's confirmation. It tapped on it, broke our structure, confirming that yes, we want to what, sell this market. Now taking my zone from this year, same SR flip rather. It's something called resistance support flip. So support resistance flip. I support on resistance on support. If you guys understand that concept, kudos to you. Now, because of we took out external liquidity, we're going forward. Our internal. This is the internal here. Let me mark it out like this. This was the internal here. Beautifully, guy. This was a 1 to 6, close to a 1 to 7, and what we beautifully hit that market. Hold on to this trade, and I saw a beautiful 1 to 6 currently. Now, this is how to approach them. This is how I approach the market basically. Like I patiently wait for major zones to be what mitigated, then look for my RS or SR flip, concept of manipulation, then hop on the trades. Immediately I get my confirmation entry. Now I'm not this is not going to be the only example I'll give you guys concerning concept of manipulation. Let me give you guys another one. The one okay, I think I told some people that's why it's still here. Let me delete this. Yeah, okay. So what the market do here? Well, what's market been doing? What's market been doing? This was a major zone and market tap from a major resistance level, a major supply level. Now market tapped on. After market tapped on it, yeah, I went down to my 3 hours because I think I caught something around here, but I won't be explaining that because it's not doesn't concern concept of manipulation. So I'm going to be just showing you guys concept of manipulation here. Market tapped on this, taking out, tapped on this zone, taking out liquidity around here, taking out liquidity around here, liquidity around here, then breaking structure, yeah. So it's a break of structure, yeah. I'm confirming that we're going to have short time sales around here because of what market did here. Sweep liquidity, broke structure, and it didn't stop there. Took our liquidity here again. Took our liquidity here again. I'm sure that there'll be series of entries around here that people will catch, but I didn't get an entry till here. Sorry, I didn't get an entry till here. What the market took our liquidity again. Took our liquidity again, and what? It broke structure. Now, basically, I would have called this market from here, but I think it was too early. I wasn't this was around 8 a.m. I wasn't active on the chart. I was active on chart later on after seeing the move market. I was pissed that I, I missed this move. I wasn't active. So, I can't just blame myself. But I didn't just sleep on it. I checked what the market did here. If you look at what this market did here, we see that okay, there was also a zone that was manipulated here. This was a zone that alerted early sellers. This zone around here, let me mark it so you guys will see it perfect. This zone around here, this zone around here, this zone is a very tempting area for early sellers to enter before the market continue move. But what the market do, it took it out, tapped on this, sweeping this level here, this chicken level around here. Remember, we need that liquidity sweep, so we will not be the what the inducement or the liquidity. It took out liquidity around there. And what did the market do? I've told you this. Every time the market takes out what a zone that early sellers or early buyers has been eyeing, anytime market takes it out, if it's going your direction, it comes back to tap it before moving. It's just common knowledge. It's common knowledge. If you know what you're doing, you know that it happens and it works. This is something that has been tested over time. It's just for you to what identify those levels here that was manipulated. And what did I say about you taking 1 to 3? 1 to 3 is like a perfect this thing, perfect RR that market gives every time, even if it doesn't want to go your direction. If your setup is correct, you get a sip of liquidity, you everything aligns. Target a 1 to 3 if your counter trending. So this was basically my TP1 first. Because I do TP1 and TP2. TP1, that is 1 to 2 of my TP. 1 to 2 of my TP, basically. Then TP2, 1 to 4 or 1 to 3. This almost gave us a 1 to 4, but I saw that okay, this market was going to reverse from this one. I quickly took my profit and ran away. So this is another example of concept of manipulation, but I'm still going to explain it better for you guys so you guys understand, like you guys grab the concept behind it. Do you understand? Now let's go to a good chart here. Go to go chart. I think there's something on concept of manipulation that I caught a few days back. Was it last week? Or I think it was last week, yeah. No, I'm not going to show you guys the one I caught last week. That one is too juicy. Let me show you another one. I think there's another one here. There's another sorry about that. There's another one here. So now this level here, I can remember this vividly. Now let me tell you a trick to identify manipulation. The reason why manipulation happens is that market has not tapped the main zone or main level to continue the movement from before going. So early sellers now, because of they are looking at the lower time frame, what they fail to miss out on this information now. See what market did. Market tap on this level around here. This was the 4 hour level that gave inducements here. Market tapped on this level around here. Let me go to the 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes, you see it very clear. Market tapped on that level. Yeah. Market tapped on exactly. Market tapped on this level. Yeah. Sweeping liquidity. Now let me just give you a quick hack so you guys understand what I'm saying here. This was a zone. This 30 minutes here. This was a zone. Yeah. The market tapped on. See, look at this. Look at this very well. Look at this very well. Market tapped on this zone here. What do you do? It showed us series of rejection. After showing us series, it broke structure. After showing us series of rejection, what did it do? It broke structure. It broke structure to the downside. Now, because of it has broken structure, giving us series of rejection, okay, we're not taking out any other high. This is basically the trick. Yeah, this is just basically the trick. Now, people might think this is a sweep of liquidity. This is a very perfect zone to catch your bias from. Now, this is where manipulation happens. Yeah, tapped on the level, series of rejection, broke structure. People are like, oh wow, this market might reverse from here. What the market do? Market what? Took them out. Market, sorry, what was this? Market what? Took them out. Took them out before what? Reversing. Now, back to my explanation. Market took them out. What the market now? The market went to tap on that 4 hourly level that I showed you guys before. Where is it? Where is the 4 hour level? I think I'm lost. Yes. This is the 4 hour level that I told you, I showed you guys before. Market tapped on the 4 hour levels here. Market tapped on the 4 hour level. Now remember, I use range. just because I'm not showing you guys here doesn't mean I don't use range. Now, market tapped on this 4 hour level here. Going back to the 30 minutes, let's see what the market did. Let's see what the market, this sweet market gave us. Market tapped on this level here. After tapping on this level, this zone that was manipulated and manipulated early sellers, what did he do? He came back to it, created inducement, now give us a perfect sweep of liquidity. Yeah, swept liquidity around here. Take note, take note, swept liquidity around here, give us inducement. Patience is key in this industry, in the forex market. You need to have patience to wait for your setup to play out beautifully before what executing. Now, market tapped on this our manipulation level. This is a concept. This is how I trade. This is just one of the approach of how I trade. What you do? It tapped and basically give us my 1 to 4 beautifully. Now, like I said, my TP1 at 1 to 2, my TP2 at 1 to 4. This is another example. I remember sending this trade to my free channel and all of them ate from it. So this is basically going to be the end of the section. I hope you guys learned something from it. I've thought, I think I taught some previous people about this particular type of entry. So I'm going to be posting this on YouTube or on my channel so you guys get to rewatch it again. Rewatch it, keep on learning till you get the hack behind it. First is not a one-time thing, it's experience. You need to like backtest past data to understand what I just taught you guys here. So this will be a goodbye. I'll see you guys in the next section. Thank you for looking in.